everybody, welcome to my channel. It's that time of year again. I love Halloween crafting, so I'm excited to share this Halloween stacked envelope project with you. This is for a swap hosted by Deborah Adams on her Facebook page, Mad Crafting Skills, and you might know her on YouTube as Deborah Adams Creative Life. And so I will put a link to one of her live videos. She does a series of Friday night live videos, um, and she shared this project with us and how to create it, and told us that it was a swap. So once I realized it was a swap, I didn't actually put my envelopes together because I wanted to make sure I had enough papers to do 3 sets. And well, at the time we thought maybe it was 4, but then it was changed to 3. And then once it was changed to 3, I realized I did have enough paper to do the envelopes. And then, but I hadn't actually put them together yet because I wanted to make sure I didn't have like all papers with a black background on one set. And you get the idea. I wanted to kind of mix it up between each set. So anyway, this is what I came up with for the swap. So I'll share all of that with you in just a moment. But first, I'd like to say thank you so much for sharing your time with me and watching my videos. I do so appreciate it so much. Uh, and I've mentioned before that I just like sharing with you guys and creating. I'm currently not designing for anybody, and I'm not selling anything. So it's just a fun way to reach out and to communicate with fellow crafters from everywhere. So if you guys give me that thumbs up and hit that like button and make a comment, I love hearing your comments. So it would be so fun. And also, well, that's all I have about that. So thank you so much for watching. So the paper collection that I pulled out to make my envelopes is, I pulled it out from my vault thinking that's a great way to use up some of my papers. And so this is Masquerade Party by Teresa Collins. And okay, hold on to your chair. 2013, so 10 years ago. Can you believe it's been that long? But I was really in the mood to do something classic. I've been working with some Frank Garcia from a couple years ago. In fact, you can find that project on my Halloween playlist. It came out really cute. It was an October daily, but this, is just such classic and so vintage classic. I thought this is really I'm in the mood for. And but I think it worked great. It came out perfect for this swap. I'm really happy with the way it came out, and I love it. So uh, so anyway, I like I said, I hadn't put my envelopes together yet, and I'm making my embellishments, and that's a whole nother story of how all the embellishments came to be. It was not my original intention, but that's what happened. Everything came out really big, and so I had a hard time putting things in the envelope. So none of the memory dex cards fit, so they're all in separate little baggies. And then on this one, as I started filling it, I realized that once I put the envelopes together, that even though I tested it out with the embellishments separately, when they were back to back, they tended to be a little more stiff and a lot less giving, and it was ripping. The corners here were starting to rip, and I didn't want it to rip all the way across. So I repaired this one using washi tape, and so I'm going to say I embellished it with washi tape. Okay, that's what the word we use when we have a mistake, right? And so I've decorated each one. It came out really super cute, and I don't mind the washi tape at all. In fact, I think it enhanced it a little bit. But so anyway, I really like how this came out. Very cute. But like I said, I couldn't fit everything in. So on this one, the memory dex card is in a cute little envelope on all of them actually. And then this one, the set of bows is also outside of the envelope in the packaging. So um, I'll explain that a little bit as we go. So for my next envelopes, I'd already punched them out on my punch board, but I decided to go back and make them dimensional. So you can see here they're dimensional, and this one has nothing in it yet. This one is partially filled, so even filled, they are still, it's still gonna be, thick like that. I didn't dare make the envelopes any more wider than 1/4 of an inch because I was afraid it would just compromise the way the envelopes came together. And it's not perfect as it is, so I hope you guys are okay with that. But I just thought this it is so much more safe and contained this way. Like, I'm just not worried about this ripping at all. Whereas this, I was just really worried about it. So that's what I went with here is doing it this way. And again, I have the first set of bows that I made. Okay, so my intention was to do all ribbon bows. That didn't happen for too long of a reason to explain in this video. So I scrapped that idea and I still went with the first bow I made because they're so cute and I'd already made them. And then I was going to do a series of bows on my silhouette. I had found some patterns. Long story again, not really happy with the way it was cutting and the way they were coming out. So I did do one. I just switched it up a little bit, and then the other two bows I used the only bow die that I have, and it was not tiny either. So my bows ended up being tiny, um, as well as my shakers and everything else. So anyway, long story, but so I ended up using the bows as a decoration. I was inspired by um, Debbie's second video that she did on the swap, where she had packaged hers and put some elements on the top, and I thought that was a fun idea. And I thought, why not put some of these bows on the top to decorate? And so they are on here with removable tape. So if they're off when you get your package, those of you watching in the swap, um, that's going to happen. In fact, especially with these ribbon ones, the ribbon doesn't really want to stick. So, but they are removable, and I will include a little teeny bow or ribbon or something that you can put on there in place if you want to use these as embellishments, or if you like to keep it here. Like if this one was mine, I'd keep that there. I think that is so cute. I love this look. And I was thinking that these will make great little photo albums when all the embellishments are out. You can just put 4x6 pictures in here and make a little photo album with it. So I would just permanently glue that back on, but the recipient can do what they like. So you can, and you noticed here I have the paper bow that I created on this one, and I think that's so cute. And again, it's going to wiggle around because it's just got that removable dot underneath there. And also any of the flowers that are anywhere on the decorations are removable. So the spider's permanent, but that little flower is removable if you like. If not, you can just keep that on there. And yeah, so just a closer look at the ribbon bow. It's got this cute little jack-o'-lantern button in the center, and I just absolutely love that. It's just the classic black and orange of that. It's so rich in color and so pretty. Love that. And then this little paper bow, like I said, created on my silhouette. But I ended up using 3 different files for this one. So I had a little bat bow, but it was just like bat wings, and it didn't have the backing, which I thought was odd. So I thought it looked better with the backing, so I used another file for the little back part of the bow. And then the bat I took from another file and I merged it with the bat wings of the bow to make a little bat here for the center. And I started adding other things to it, like if you know me, my stuff is usually pretty embellished, but I just like the simplicity of it. I ended up, you know, tossing every idea I came up with aside, and I was just happy with this, but I thought I'm gonna add some, I wanted to add some little eyes there. So very cute, and I love this. And now I have this cute little file on hand to make little bat bows in it. So it's very fun. And in hindsight, I probably should have made it smaller, but I don't know what I was thinking. When I was sizing the bow, it just came out a little bit bigger than I thought. And but I love it, and I love the size that it is anyway. I think it's going to make a fun bag topper or stuff for your embellishments, and so very fun. Um, and then the next two bows I packaged like this, and I used the one and only die that I have for bows. And again, these are not necessarily tiny, so getting, you know, four, even to get four of even if I'd made them all these, I don't know if I'd still been able to, you know, fit everything in. But this is also a little removable flower if you would like to, or you can keep it on there permanent. But I think the packaging came out really cute. It had these little 4x4 squares with the letters on them. It spelled out Halloween on the paper, but you know, just random letters, so everybody will get a different letter. Um, but the bows themselves were so fun to make. So I used a spider web paper and then backed that with black cardstock. And then all I did was add this little spider in the center. But look how elegant that came out. I just love the way this turned out. Love, love, love it. Didn't want to give these ones away. These are so cute. And then these here with the eyeballs, same thing, I backed them with black paper just to give it a little more of an elegant look there. And then the way I made the eyeballs is I found these buttons. These are about 1/2 inch. And so here's the same button in a different color. But do you see how it has that rim? I don't know if you can see that. It has a rim around the button. And so I needed that rim to give that rim of the eye. And then I took my circle punch, not a hole punch, a circle punch. It's a 3/8 inch circle punch from EK Success. And I punched out some white paper for the white of the eye, glued that in there, and then all I did was take a very dimensional flat back pearl for the center. And I did not stick it straight on, dead on center, which you could do that. It would give it a little bit more of a wide-eyed monster look, I think, but I wanted a little more of that creepy looking this way in that eyeball. So I put mine off to the side. So anyway, I think that just came out so fun. And it was very easy to do, and I'm just was fortunate that I had that 3/8 inch punch. And so anyway, it came out so cute. So yeah, the other two sets have the dimensional envelopes, and I just love the way this one came out. It came out very classic, black and orange, uh, and then this page here, I just didn't feel like I needed to embellish that at all. It's just speaks for itself. And then so I added a little bit on the top on this one. And then this is a cute little cluster there. And then I love how all of them turned out. This one's just a really fun look. This one's a little more on the gothic side, I think. And then this one's just a little more of that Victorian Halloween look, I think. So I tried to coordinate within the sets as much as possible as far as the way I decorated and everything else. And So again, I apologize. I used this Velcro and I didn't realize it was going to be so tough. You know, it's such a sturdy Velcro. It's meant for other things, I think. And I just didn't realize that it was going to be that way. I thought all Velcro was created the same. um, so anyway, so this one's partially filled. I've just pulled out some of the shakers to show you guys later, but just very simply decorated. And I will explain to Debbie so that everybody knows if they get this, that it's going to be hard to open. Um, the little cluster there is so cute, I think. I love the little ticket. And so I'm going to set these aside. And so I've showed you the bows. So, yeah, the requirements were to make 3 envelopes in a stack, embellish them, and then add a set of 4 bows, which I kind of fudged on that part, and then 2 shakers, 4 homemade flowers, and a shaker mix, and then a set of gems and a set of purchased stickers, which I ended up having to fudge on that one too, which I guess I can explain that right now. So, oh my gosh, you guys, it's kind of a long story, but I know a lot of you go to the Dollar Tree and get these amazing hauls. I see them on YouTube all the time, and people on Facebook sharing all the stuff they got at the Dollar Tree. You must be talking about a different store. No, actually, I've been to different Dollar Trees around the country, and ours are just, I don't know why they even have them here, because they don't have anything. There's nothing as far as the crafting. They had, I think they had, I don't know what color they had, but it wasn't anything to do with Halloween, and I wasn't happy with them, and I thought, I'm just not going to purchase any old thing of gems just so I can save a buck. So I ended up finding these at Michael's, and they were on sale. So so it made me happy. It fulfilled the requirement. There's 50 in here, and there's lots of different sizes, and they're really nice. And so I was happy with that. And I've just replaced the packaging just to make it look pretty. But again, same thing with the stickers. I could not find decent stickers to share with you guys. When I went to Michael's, she said, well, what we have left is right there in the front. And I mean, I have shopped Halloween and Michael's for years and years, and just came home with bags full of stuff. There was nothing there. Nothing. It was terrible. I don't know if they just didn't get things in this year, or if they just were skimping on the quality. I don't know. They did have stickers, but I just was not happy with the way they looked. I've gotten stickers before that are so paper thin that, you know. So you guys, I got these instead, and I think these are super cute. So I hope you guys are okay with this. These are rub-ons. But I think these are adorable, 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 and I love using rub-ons. So I hope this is okay. I think this is better than any sticker that I could have found. And I could have ordered some, yes, but okay, so they didn't even have, did Jolie's go out of business? They didn't have any Jolie's. They didn't have any, if I had found something super, super cute, I would have spent the money on it and just went over my budget, because but I couldn't find anything. Even in the regular sticker section, I couldn't find anything that was worth buying. So I really struggled with that. So anyway, that's my long story about that. But so everybody gets these. Okay. Then so then I was feeling like, okay, I gotta add more. So but because of packaging and shipping, I didn't add a lot more, but I could fit these in the envelope, so I added this little packaging. And everybody's package is going to be a little bit different because, oh my gosh, you guys, I wish I had more time to think this through, but I thought I had a set of glassine bags. Could not find them. I've been kind of reorganizing my craft room, and I don't know if I just misplaced them or if I'm out of them. So everybody has a little bit different packaging as far as their little goodies. Um, and some of them have, um, anyway, but you all have the same, pretty much the same dies. And the dies that I used are from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and I made a really fun October daily for last year using their product. And they have the funnest dies. I mean, that's what they're kind of known for, are their dies and their planners. Um, so I just cut these out. I cut two witches, you know, because witches are always fun, and then a little candelabra there, which these are very delicate pieces, you guys, so I hope they make it through okay. And then a couple ravens, and then everybody has a couple little bats because you can't have just one bat. And then everybody has a word or a phrase. So this one says pumpkin when you spell it all out. And if for some reason somebody's missing a letter, like I try to spell it out as I put them in the bags, but just in case, if somebody's missing a letter, just let me know and I'll mail you one. But this one, yep, the pumpkin right here. And then everybody should have a 31. So don't get this mixed up with the I. It's a little bigger anyway. And then I just threw in a few little fun sequins in the bag. And that doesn't go with that. And then you have just some pieces of ephemera that's left over. So no one's going to have the same ephemera. So I kind of tried to, I don't know. I just gave everybody different ephemera. And then the flowers, again, you're going to have a few flowers here and there, but they're not all going to be the same and not the same amount. Like if they're all tiny, there's going to be 3. If I put 2 together, there's just going to be 2. But I had, as I was experimenting making my flowers, I just had some leftover pieces, which I thought I would put together and throw in there. So, so that's your little fun baggie of items. And then I also added a couple little wood chip pieces. And then, so that brings me to the flowers. The flowers are packaged like this, just very simple. I didn't put things on the top really because just wanted to keep things flat. And, instead of making, all exactly the same, I decided to make a set of 4 different flowers. That's just how I roll, partly because I'm using, trying to use up scraps because I was worried about running out of paper. And then also because I have, I don't have that many of the same embellishments either. So I just kind of, mix things up a little bit. So the first little flower has a cute little bat sticker on there, dimensional sticker, and I think this is so cute. Very simple, but so cute. Now, I used the same exact die for each flower, just kind of manipulated the flowers differently. So that one I offset the flower pieces a little bit. And I think this goes so cute with the little bat bow. So I'm going to move this off to the side here. Cute little bat bow. And then this is my spider web flower. And I just used that spider paper. I used some eyelash trim to make the little web effect. And then the pretty bling in the center. So that goes with the cute little spider bow. And then I did a spooky classic bow just with the black and orange and white. And then I made a little eyeball flower. And so this one I did the same technique. I I found a rimmed button. Now this is a 3/8 inch button, and then I used a 7 millimeter wiggly googly eye. And I think this is so cute. I mean, I absolutely love it. And so that kind of goes with that. So a fun little set there. And so I'll set that off to the side. And then everybody has a little coffin that says rest in peace. Just a fun little embellishment. And probably the only flat thing that is in the, in the whole thing besides the die cuts. And so then we get to the shakers. Oh, no, let me show you the mix first. So this is my little mix. And I filled this bag up as much as I could without bulging the package. So you definitely have enough to do, I would say 3 shakers, depending on the size. If they're big like mine, 3 shakers for sure. And so anyway, that, and I just added a little washi for fun. So everybody got one of those. And then we come to my shakers. So I had ordered, okay, this is the first time I've made standalone embellishment shakers. I've made shakers in my albums or on top of my albums and in the albums I've made, and they're fairly flat, right? They're just created a little bit differently. And on cards and stuff, but I've never made a standalone shaker. And so, um, so yeah, they're gonna be thick because I used the foam to make them these nice little movable shakers. But the dies that I wanted to use, I don't have them still. So I had to come up with what I did have, and they were large. So you add the thickness to the size, and nothing's gonna fit in these envelopes. So hence the first one kind of ripped and I had to fix it. So that's when I decided to do the dimensional. So that's the long story behind that. So, but I absolutely love these. And I actually love the size too, because how cute would this be on a little folio or an album or a bag, or I mean, just the size of it is really nice to work with too, right? May not be on a bag topper, but I love this. And I love the little jack-o'-lantern face. And so they are pretty much all the same. Um, the really odd thing is that I had 2, I don't know if this was a mistake, but in my collection I had 2 of these punch outs. And I think there was only supposed to be 1, but I only had 1 sticker sheet and 1 chipboard sheet. But, so I was able to do a couple of things identical. So these ones are the same. Aren't these so cute? I love it. Love how the shaker and everything looked in there. This one is a little bit different. I had to use a little bit different background paper, and then I used this different little tag element and the bat chipboard for that. So, but I think they're all equally cute. There's not that much difference between the 3. And then the same thing with this one. I ordered a potion bottle and I just didn't get it. And I still have yet to get it. So I had this coffin die and I thought I can make this a shaker. So anyway, but none of them are exactly the same. Again, I used scraps of paper. So this one has the cute chevron in there. And I kind of experimented with different things as I go because I like trying out new things. So none of them are exactly the same. But I love how this came out. But again, it's really thick there with that spider on there. And you guys, I haven't been able to find these. They used to have these kinds of things at Michael's all over the place. Like I needed to revamp my spiders. I'm running out of spiders and they had nothing. So I'm just so leery about ordering some of these things online because I just don't know what I'm getting. So it's really disappointed this year. This one, the same design, But it was a little bit more of a white pattern in the background, and I thought it'd be fun to try and add these orange beads. So that one looks just a little bit different. And then this one here has the orange background, and then it has different spider sticker and a different chipboard piece on there. But I love how they all came out. So just really super fun. So love my shakers, they just didn't fit. So so then we come to the memory dex cards, and the memory dex cards are the same in format, but they're all different because I had to use the embellishments that I had. So these are all, but they're all in the same format, and they're all pretty sturdy. So nothing. I mean, you can maybe hear how sturdy that is. And then at that point, I'm like, I really don't care. I'm putting some I'm making this 3D. I'm not making this flat. At that point, it really didn't matter. So my but the format is I have the washi tape along the bottom. Then I have a cutout spider web. This one has a white spider web. And then I added the little tab on the sides, and so there's the tab on the back as well, which I have yet to put my information on here. And then I added a little coffin that I made, which is that there. And then I just added the different little sayings and embellishments on here. And I love this one with the skull and crossbones. I love them all. I think they all just came out so fun. And love this one. It has more of that masquerade party vibe to it. So as I was decorating the envelopes, I kind of tried to coordinate that a little bit. So so this one's gonna go with this because it has such more of a fun party theme to it, I feel like. But isn't that just so cute? I love that. And then this one, I think goes with this one. It has a little bit more of a witchy Victorian vibe to it. But I love that. I love the bats on there. The bats actually came from a different sticker sheet that I had on my stash. And then this one has a little bit more of that gothic feel to it. But isn't that cute? Yeah. So you guys, and then the memory dex cards will go in these cute little bags that I found, like that. Okay. So in the package, it'll be like this. And this one will have the flowers. This one has the flowers inside. So anyway, hey, you guys, thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed my swap, and I hope the recipients really like what they get. I am happy with it. I would love to have this if it were me. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Thumbs up. Catch you guys next time. Bye.